With population concerns, Korea is doing much it can to boost the local economies of cities and towns outside of the capital to prevent them from disappearing. As our economics correspondent Lee Soo-jin reports, one way to do that is through something called Loconomy. She joins us in the studio to talk about it. Welcome, Soo-jin.
Thank you for having me.
So first, start us off. What is Loconomy and why is it the choice to keep small towns alive in South Korea?
So as you might guess, Loconomy is a combination of the words local and economy. So he aims to stimulate local economies, especially in rural areas, through businesses and products that reflect characteristics unique to that region. And it's being seen as a way to help communities avoid extinction. Even places in Gyeonggi-do Province, the only province that has seen its population increase over the past decade, are in danger of dying out. A report released earlier this year showed that 30 out of the 31 cities and counties in the province will be at high risk of extinction by 2067. And that particular designation is given to areas where the number of those aged 65 and above is more than 5 times that of women in their 20s and 30s. An expert said that stimulating the local economy by attracting visitors can prevent extinction. Let's take a listen to what he said.
An influx of visitors that spend money will drastically decrease the possibility of that place disappearing, even if they don't settle down there.
And the best way to draw visitors is Loconomy, as it will help local businesses keeping the area alive. Here's what he said.
The most important thing is to make sure that people living in the area want to stay there. Trying to directly increase the rural population is unrealistic as of now, so this is the most practical option.
And Soo-jin, what are the examples of places that have been successful in boosting the local economy through this Loconomy?
So one example of that is a place that's pretty well known called Yangyang County, which is one of the most popular surfing spots in the nation. Originally a small fishing village, it promoted a feature that made it unique: beaches with the right water depth and consistent waves that made it ideal for surfing. According to Yangyang County Province, Yangyang's surfing population has been steadily increasing with nearly 470,000 visitors last year. And the economic impact of its surfing industry was estimated to have almost tripled last year compared to 2019.
And tell us, what other regions are eyeing on Loconomy to give a boost to their own economies?
Well, there's a neighborhood in Incheon called Gyeonggi-do, which has actually a long history that can be seen in its buildings. Once a bustling port area, it began fading from people's memories, as many began leaving the neighborhood in favor of more modern areas. So a local group decided to apply Loconomy to revitalize the village's economy and save it from dying out, by emphasizing the very characteristic that many saw as the root of the problem: its old-fashionedness. The head of the local group says that he believes that it's the area's old-fashionedness also reflected in the old corner shops scattered across the village that holds the key to the town's longevity. Let's take a listen to what he said.
I believe that once Gyeongg's economy improves and the old corner shop owners make money, they'll pass on their businesses to their children, and then the neighborhood will have a lasting history.
So instead of demolishing or redesigning these shops, their old-fashionedness was not only preserved but also promoted through galleries and social media to attract visitors. This has already proven effective, as local businesses such as the custom wood sign shop are already benefiting from the visitors who are fans of the retro trend. Here's what the owner of a corner shop said.
People from Seoul also began to place orders as they discovered my shop on one of their visits to Gyeonggi.
The shop owner said that until recently, he had been tempted to close his business and leave the area altogether, but he decided to stay after seeing how the neighborhood is starting to slowly change. Keeping with the retro trend of the area, he also designed the vintage logo of the local beer. Gyeonggi beer is also brewed to contain a higher percentage of malt, giving it a taste reminiscent of beer from the 60s and 70s. In response to the rise in visitors who come just to drink this beer, as it's sold only in Incheon, the local brewery has also started selling its own merchandise. So while the locals are well aware that there is still much work to be done before Gyeonggi's economy reaches the level of places like Yangyang, both are a testament to show how Loconomy is creating real economic value.
All right, thank you for the report, Soo-jin.
Thank you for having me.